How's it going, guys, and welcome to a little tutorial on Austria. I have is a Iron Man Austria game I am currently playing, and we just had Hungary come under our control, as it under PU through the event. We got lucky, and he accepted to just come under our control. We also have Bohemia over here under our control. We did force them through war, which is normally what you have to do. There's no easy way to get Bohemia PU'd unless you do it through war, either through the mission tree, which we did not do. We didn't do it through the mission tree. We did it right when our heir our dynasty was on his throne, claimed throne, and just went straight for it. No need to hesitate for that. A few things that have been going on. France is almost united over here, which is typical. They usually have no problem uniting all of France. Although I'm kind of surprised to see Genoa expanding. Um, Ottomans doing Ottoman stuff. We are currently working towards preventing the Shadow Kingdom. We have had a war against Venice. Um, it went pretty smooth. Wanted to take more and really give Milan um, his core here back, but Milan actually ended up going to war with him, and for some reason didn't take it. Don't know why, but that's how it goes, I suppose. We haven't gone to war with the Pope yet, mainly because of France and Aragon. We might do a proxy war on him through Ferrara. I mean, that would bring us at war with Florence, but I think we can take them on. After our army rebuilds, we have been fighting some rebels, so our army is a little beat up at the moment, and we could easily increase the sides. Although I don't think our income says otherwise. I mean, we got some interests. Army maintenance is up because of us rebuilding the army currently. I know we could bump up Tyrol to increase our gold income since it is a gold province. And right now we are working towards our first reform. We got pretty much it on lockdown. Just two electors aren't voting for us. That's perfectly fine. And yeah, we got Danzig over here, um, doing its thing. I don't know when Danzig was added into the game, but it seems I've noticed a lot Poland supports the freedom from Teutonic Order, which is actually kind of neat. It's kind of cool to see stuff like that happening. Poland does have Lithuania, which we want to take from them. We They hate us, we hate them. Good old, good old Austria-Poland showdown. We got Denmark up here. They have absorbed this Holsten, I think is how you pronounce this country. That they start with in the um, HRE. They absorbed them. So once we get this first reform done, plus we get our transfer subject, we will be going to war with Denmark for Sweden and Norway. And we do plan on going to war with Poland for Lithuania. If we can manage that, I do know we can get some claims on Poland if we go and take over the little green Savoia. I think. Forgive me, I pronouncing country names ain't my thing. So we could go after him, take him. What? Or we can just subjugate him. Might be good. Um, we are kind of full on relationships at the moment, but I think that would be fine. Subjugate him. Be ready for Poland. Or we can just feed all of him to Bohemia. Might be good. Um, Bohemia actually is slightly bigger than his start. He, I called Saxony in to fight against him just so I have some extra firepower because Bohemia starts pretty powerful compared to Austria, though on equal footing, if not Bohemia's slightly stronger. So having allies near him that would answer the call is very good. But Saxony got pieced out by Bohemia early, and yeah, so we have a slightly stronger Bohemia, which is always nice. But let's go ahead and unpause. Let's get some gameplay going. Right now, my states aren't happy with some. You, I mean that's how it goes. Yeah, especially the nobility. They don't like me very much. Yeah. I do have this missing here. I'm not going to take it because I want to save this Diplo annexation bonus for later. If you look at my ideas here, I went with Diplo just to get because being being Austria and wanting to make sure you have control of the HRE. I feel having these two extra diplomats early in the game and diplomatic relations, reputations further down. But I feel like these three ideas um, right here are very strong for you to keep control over the HRE and have diplomats free to improve relations and just do what you need to for the Diplo game and keep on top of it. No, I do we want to get in the? I mean, you're weak. You're not someone I really want to go after. Same over here. Like, I mean, we could take these guys away and put them under our control from Bohemia, but we could force Bohemia to have the Bohemian inheritance fires. He is excommunicated, so that does help with that. Um, I mean, we could. I mean, well, he has um, no warrior marriages, so if we do it, force the Burgundian inheritance, we could just pretty much gain all of this Burgundian controlled land up here for ourselves, which would be very nice. I think we would also get this stuff right here as well. I could be mistaken, but it is currently controlled by Bohemia. Normally they don't. I don't think normally they get control of this, but they were at war with Provence, so they just took it. So I am thinking about going that direction. Just war him, just completely occupy him, occupation, just sit. But I kind of want to maybe go to one of his allies, but he doesn't have any allies but Milan. And Milan, we just can't go to war with unless we take a stab hit, and that's not worth it in my opinion. So let's see. We could go for the Pope. Let's see. Aragon would not answer, but France would. So because of that, we will probably do a proxy war through Ferrara. And to do that, we need to get a claim. Oh, actually, Pope won't even defend him. Oh. Here, we'll still get a claim going on him. So we can proxy war the Pope. I forget why. Why were we improving relations with you? Oh, because you at the time didn't have an heir, but now you do. So, actually, yeah, I don't. Right now, that's not gonna happen. It seems, but I kind of want to also go to war with Aragon for Naples, and then once the Union happens, go for Conceal for Aragon. So I mean that would be a lot of BUs, which is why we need the relation slot. But let's get going here. We can almost choose our next reform. So we're gonna cancel that. Once he comes back, do we're gonna get a claim on the Pope. And so another thing we can do to speed up us getting transfer subject, we can do this, get this up, go for the 32, well, the 30 development city, and our biggest city right now is going to be our capital. I mean, I would really want to up this development here, but I don't know if we can. Well, we're ahead of time right now. Definitely don't want to do. We need to catch up on military. So if we could do a few clicks. Let's go in here. Let's do the development here. We'll drop this down. I don't think there's any other thing we can really do to try and help with developments. So let's just go ahead and block this up a little. See, if we did the 2 clicks here, but that, I don't, we'll wait, because I want to make sure we get caught up on, oh, my headphones decided to cut out on me. So that's my plan, and that's really how you can make Austria super strong without taking land over in the HRE. If you want to keep the HRE pretty much together so you can pass these reforms fast, go for PUs. PUs are your friend. They are a little tricky. There's in my blog, I've left a link about to a Oh, you don't have an hair. Oh, you're young though. To a video that goes over the PU mechanic. The PU mechanic is probably one of the least known mechanics in the game. It's a lot of its information is hidden. Um, and that just makes it a little tricky to understand. There's a theory behind it with phases, which I mean makes somewhat sense, but from a paradox perspective, I don't know why they would do something like that, but that is a theory behind it. Um, I feel like going to war with you because I mean I can help my income, but I don't. Other than getting a royal marriage and having high prestige, I mean PUs are really roll of the dice. Like Savoy, he's 15. I wouldn't do a royal marriage with him. 'Cause high chances are he gets an heir shortly. I mean, yeah, Savoy strong is a strong nation. In Italy, so he would be a good PU. Probably not as strong as some others I'm looking at doing, but definitely a good one. You got England over here. He's just doing his thing. Oh, we have not been fabricating on you. Oh well. Get you going. I'm gonna cancel that. And I think we are gonna do the war against Burgundy. He is... Okay, so he's currently at war. So that would actually be good for us because England will be fighting him at the same time as us. So that's more troops fighting against him. And a lot of the troops will probably, a lot of the land fighting will be from us and our vassals and our allies, who we would call in Saxony. Yeah, we might pay off your debt. Well, actually, you can't pay off your debt, but we're gonna go for this war, see if we can enforce the inheritance for us. Um, so we will march our troops. Actually, let's go knock Milan out real quick, so we don't have to worry about his troops. And now Saxony wants to come. So if we look here, we have the numbers advantage. And we'll knock out Milan, which will drop it even more. Milan's the only one we can knock out, unfortunately. Everyone else is PU'd by Burgundy. So with that, all of our allies are marching. That battle's gonna gather troops as everyone pours in. Um, yeah, they're gonna pour in there. So early victory for us there. We'll march over here because I don't think we need more than this. Milan doesn't have more than 11,000, so. But yeah, so it looks like England actually has some troops on mainland Europe. So yeah, we're just gonna show off a little gameplay, showing you guys some tutorial. Like a lot of it we can't get into because this is Iron Man mode. I can't launch like the Protestant Reformation. Actually, speaking of, how far along are we? 40%. Okay, so yeah, we got some time. This doesn't happen until probably 1550, somewhere around there. It's a little bit of a ways, but Protestant Reformation is the second main event to focus on as let's take some livings to see. Second major thing in the HRE after the Shadow Kingdom, and probably the first major event, unless you're wanting to focus on the Shadow Kingdom. Let's just get some Pope stuff going. We want to be the controller. Sir England, have control. Well, have some way in. How are you? Okay, you're allied to England. That's why. I'll losing some battles here and there because of our allies, but that's fine. But yeah, I mean, Austria's pretty laid back. It can get a bit fighty, military heavy if you're focusing. Hey, look, free reputation. If you're going after PUs like I will be, and if you want to, and if not Austria, Ottomans decide Hungary is for them, because that Ottomans, right now they're not super strong, but they are starting to gain power, and they can be a big menace to your expansion. Do we just make the nobility even more mad? Yeah, because I don't want to lose army tradition. Yeah, we'll just take that. Be upset with me, but this, yeah. Yeah, all the states do not like us today. Oh, but that's how it goes. You know, I'll probably be sitting at 0 manpower here shortly. Because that's how I roll. 0 manpower. Best way to play. Oh. But, um, pretty much after we lock down Burgundy, try and force the, inheritance, we will probably go back towards Venice and the Pope, try to prevent that event from happening. Right now, I think I have no AE. So actually going to war with them right now would be ideal, but um, let's put some claims on you, claims on you. Um, so I mean, if it wasn't for France, oh, they're actually at war with Castile. Oh, because Castile doesn't have Aragon PU'd yet. That's why, and France has unified rather quick in this game, it seems. So that's gonna be a major. Oh, oh, what? Oh, that's right. We I forgot that PU subjects actually can have their own vassals. I forgot that you were set up that way. Okay, so we'll just take that mission. That will give us stuff against Poland. So we're set up in that regard, which is nice. I was not expecting that. And yeah, right now, the war is going somewhat in our favor. Clearly, we're not gonna do any government reforms at all. But yeah, so this is the basis of why. What do you have to go? You need to go there. So this is the basis of the Austria gameplay. Maintaining the HRE, getting your PUs over Bohemia and Hungary, definitely. Since they're right next to you, they're the easiest to grab and enforce. And then you can go after Sweden, Norway, um, Naples, Aragon if this PU happens. Lithuania would be good. They're a powerhouse. Um, and they're also a good staging ground to push into the Russian region. I mean, if you get lucky, you might get Russia or anyone really, any Christian kingdom you can bring under your control. Oh, you're at war. See, now he wants out, which is fine. Yeah, be free. Because I really don't want to be fighting you anyways. Let's go ahead and fall on that. And yeah, I mean, I wish I could show off like the whole um rise of Protestantism and maybe even um I forget what it's called, the Anglican, that's what it is. The Anglican, if England goes that way, having to fight off that from coming into Europe along with the Reformed. I mean, Austria has a lot of stuff happening from the start to probably mid game. I mean, if you haven't passed all these into the late game, you still got all this to focus on. But Austria is a definitely can become very so very enjoyable in my opinion. Austria is a good country to start with. Um, It might not be the best for a beginner, but it has a lot of content. Um, and very fun to play in my opinion. I know I sort of want to go over um, Burgundy and Prussia into Germany, that kind of stuff, but we will save that for another time.